again. I'll share my screen again. Okay, we're gonna try to finish. Hello, I don't want that open. Okay. Okay. So I've got this set up right here. Okay. So my sales went down. So my costs went down. So I added back 41,500 because if my cost goes down, that means my cash flow is gonna increase, right? So I'm adding. My depreciation increases, so I'm gonna add the negative 2,300 to the negative 50,000. And then I'm gonna get an EBIT of the above. Let me actually come and copy this. Oh, no. Okay. This is 21% times my EBIT. My net income is the sum of these. Okay, my OCFs are going to be my net income minus my negative depreciation or plus my depreciation. And I can just do new minus old to see how it changes. Except I don't know if I believe that. Hold on. No, that makes sense because you have to account for taxes. And let's try something here, 41,500. I don't know if this is actually going to be right. Nope, not right. Okay, sorry, I thought I could make a connection, but that's wrong. Okay. So, what should my annual operating cash flow be? Oh, that's actually a good question. Hold on. Because sorry guys, this is showing the change. Nope, not this one. Not that one either. Hello. Here we are. This is showing the change, but we want to know what our operating cash flow should be if the project is 21%. Does anyone know how to do this one? Because I actually haven't seen this one before. Has anyone gotten this question? If not, that's fine. I might email her and then I'll put out a little blip on Canvas about it.
On on this one, because all we know is it reduces costs, that becomes our revenue. Doesn't tell us anything else.
Okay.
So your revenue without anything else becomes your net income. Net income plus depreciation would give you the total.
Okay. But don't we have to subtract out our depreciation from our revenue?
And no, because if we had sales and everything, depreciation would have been figured into that because this is just reducing costs. This is what we did on some of the more recent ones.
Okay. So it's
I
just
can't remember.
41.5 plus 23.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. That sounds good to me. Sorry, guys. Did not get past the test for this one. It's been a couple years since I've looked at this. Okay. So I'm just gonna say 41,500 plus 2,300. Sorry, 20,300. Should be.
Actually, no, hold on.
And then we should have to tax that out though, right?
Yes, yep.
Are you taxing the 61,800 or are you taxing just the costs? No, it should be 60. I'm wondering if it should be like 41,500 taxes 0.21 times the negative of this. And then so it should be something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna email Angela about this one and we'll get it. We'll get it figured out. So I'm gonna put like 4 stars right here and we'll figure this one out. But let's go to question 8. Okay. Okay, Sunbright has, oh, this is in the way. Sunbright has a new pair of sunglasses it's evaluating. This company expects to sell 6,200 pairs of sunglasses at a price of $157 each and a variable cost of $109 each. The equipment necessary for the project will cost $325,000 and will depreciate on a straight line basis over the 5-year life of the project. Fixed costs are $230,000 per year, and the tax rate is 21%. Okay. So this one's really easy. You can do it a number of ways. I'll show you the way I do it. I'll show you the way I do it. If you're in class with Angela or if you watch her lectures, which you probably should, she'll make like a little sensitivity box to the side. I don't do that because I don't like to wrap my mind around the formulas she uses. So I just create two. Why does it keep doing this? I just create 2 income statements. Okay.
Really
So,
quick, if you go back to the question before,
yeah.
that 41.5 times the tax would give you the EBIT. No, earnings before the 41.5 times tax should give us the net income. Then net income plus the depreciation.
Okay. And my only issue with that is that depreciation comes before EBIT.
So it would have to be
So
41.5 minus the
I think it's
depreciation to give us the
yeah,
EBIT
that's
times
what
the
I was
tax.
thinking. Yeah.
Yep,
That's what I was
that's right.
thinking. So I don't know if that's right. I'm gonna email her so I don't like lead everyone astray here. I'll email her, but I'm pretty sure if we're gonna build it out, we do 41.5 minus the depreciation of 2030, multiply that by the tax, that's our net income, then add the 2030.
Yep.
Pretty sure that's how we do it, but I don't wanna be wrong. That's so embarrassing. I was already wrong like 3 times on here. Okay. Sunbright has a new pair of sunglasses. I already read this. Okay, units, uh, sales price, variable cost per unit. Okay, and then let's get this started. Sales, variable cost, fixed cost, depreciation. Whoa, that doesn't need to be capital. What happened to my? Okay, sales, variable costs, fixed costs, depreciation, EBIT, tax, net income, OCF. Okay. And I'm going to copy this. Oh, hello. Paste it right over here because we're going to do it again. Okay. Sales, let's put all our info in here. So 6,200 pairs. Price is 157 each. Variable cost is 109. I'm going to make this negative to make my life easier. Okay. Equipment necessary will cost 325. Okay. Sweet. I've got enough. Okay. So sales price is here times the number of units to get my total sales. Variable cost is going to be 109. Well, hello. 109 times the units. Fixed cost is going to be the negative 230,000. Depreciation is going to be equal to negative 325,000 divided by 5. That's because we're using straight line to 0 over 5 years. So I do 325 minus 0 divided by 5. Awesome. Okay, EBIT is the sum of everything above. Tax is 21%. What the frick? Okay. And sum of these two should be the OCFs. Sum of net income and negative depreciation. Sweet, that looks right to me. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing over here. The only difference is my variable costs are going to increase $1. So this is now gonna be negative 110. Does that make sense why I did that? They increase $1 per shoe. Okay. Equals sales price times number of units. Variable costs are 110 times number of units. Fixed costs are still negative 230. Depreciation is still negative 325 divided by 5. EBIT is the sum of everything above. Tax is negative 0.21 times the above. Net income equals sum of these two. OCFs are now net income plus depreciation, just 62. So new minus old should be equal to 621 minus 67054. So this is my OCF sensitivity when I increase my variable cost $1. Does this make sense to everyone here? I'm going to assume that means yes. Negative 48.98. Okay. This one is fun for sure. This is like one of the things you talk about like once and you have to remember it. That's okay because it's open note. Oh, we're almost done. Just 3 more. Okay. So I'm gonna screenshot this. Let's see. Okay. Question. What one is this? 9? Yeah. Okay. This is a big one. Sweet. So before we start anything, why does it do that? Okay. So before we start anything, let's talk about this. Okay, this stands for equivalent annual cost. And the formula is net present value divided by annuity factor. And the annuity factor, oh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, everyone. The annuity factor, let's see, I don't have this memorized. AF equals 1 plus, hold on. 1 plus, no, sorry, 1 minus 1 plus R to the power of N. I don't know if that's right. And then all divided by R. Might be negative N. Let's see. Annuity factor formula. Now we're gonna go here. Right there. Oh, yep, it's to the negative N. Sorry, everyone. Okay. So now we've got all the formulas we need for this question. Let's look through and see how we should build this out. So with equivalent annual costs, we only really need to account for the cost because that's what we're doing. So costs, we've got, sorry, depreciation, tax, sorry, nope. EBIT, tax, net income, OCF, CapEx, and there's no net working capital. Okay. And then we'll have our free cash flows down here. Let me move these down a bit. So we might need some extra room. Move this over. Okay. I wanted these to move down. Okay. So let's look here. Let me label my years first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know how long they go. Let's look. 9 years and 6 years. Okay, sweet. So let's look here. We've got machine A and machine B. So machine A costs 3310,000. Okay. Variable costs are 39. Oh, hello. That's not the actual cost. That's CapEx. Sorry. Costs are 39% of sales for machine A. So sales will be 13,400. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cost depreciation is going to be straight line basis, lasts for 6 years. So it's going to be this divided by 6 because there's no residual value. EBIT is the sum of these. Taxes, 24%. Net income is the sum of these. Okay, so my OCF for machine A actually, I'm just going to copy this whole thing. Okay, machine A. My OCFs for machine A are going to be net income minus depreciation. Okay. Sweet. Okay, and then that's going to stay the same this whole time. It lasts for 6 years. Awesome. CapEx is going to be negative 3310,000. Don't believe there's an after-tax terminal value. Oh, guys, pause. I didn't put in fixed costs. Hold on. Hello. Okay, pause 1 second. Negative 450. Sweet. Awesome. Okay. It doesn't say anything about residual values in here. Let me make sure. Okay, yep. That looks right to me. Okay. Variable costs, fixed costs, depreciation, EBIT, tax, net income. For this one, we've got variable costs for the machine B are 34% times the negative 13. Oh, gotta put an equal sign. Okay. Fixed costs are 290. Let's see. What else do we need? Depreciation is going to be let's do this divided by 9. Hello, 9. This is going to be 5585. Awesome. Okay, EBIT is the sum. All these. Taxes, negative 24% times above. Net income is the sum of here. OCFs for machine B should be net income minus depreciation. Minus negative depreciation, sorry. Oh, that's not gonna work, sorry. CapEx should be negative 5,585,000. Okay, is this looking good to everyone? Is everyone understanding? Okay, I'm gonna sum these. Sum. Okay. NPV of machine A is going to be equals NPV with a rate of 9%. All the years 1 through 6 value, add back the negative cost. Hello. Big number. I don't want it in percentage form. Okay. NPV of machine B. Same thing, NPV of 9%. These values, add back what's in year 0. Let's make this in dollar form. Okay, sweet. So we're almost done. Now we just need to calculate the annuity factor for machine A and annuity factor for, I don't want that, factor for machine B. Okay, so the annuity factor formula is 1 minus 1 plus 0.09, so I'm just going to say 0.09 to the power of negative number of years, which is 9. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to leave that there because if you don't have your percentages, your parentheses right, it'll mess you up, but that looks right. Okay, so I did the numerator, and then right here I just divided it by the denominator to make sure I'm correct. Let me label that. Oh my gosh, not right there. Numerator. Okay. And then annuity factor. Okay. And then for machine B should be equals 1 minus 1.09 to the power of negative 6. Awesome. Then we're going to take that and divide it by 0.09, 4.48. So now the EAC for for machine A, let me label that. Hello. EAC machine A and EAC machine B. So A is going to be NPV for machine A divided by annuity factor for machine A. And then same thing down here. Awesome. Okay. What's the decision rule for equivalent annual cost?
One with the smaller annual cost should be the one we accept, I believe.
Perfect. Yep. That is correct. Lowest EAC. So which one's the lowest here? That's my fault for asking a dumb question. Machine B is the lowest, so that's the one we're gonna pick. So we'll type them in. I don't want to type them in, but I'm posting the Excel on Canvas, so you should be able to see how I get those. Is choose the lowest EAC. Sweet. Okay. Now we're on to question 10, I believe. Maybe. Awesome. Okay. Cerise, I don't know how to say that. Corporation is considering opening a branch in another state. The operating cash flow will be 173,600 a year. The project will require new equipment costing 589. That would be depreciated straight line basis to zero over the 5-year life of the project. The equipment will have a market value of 175 at the end of the project. The project requires an initial investment of 4,500 in net working capital, which will be recovered at the end of the project. The tax rate is 21%. What's the project's IRR? Okay, this is super basic. It's like maybe a third of what a seventh of what the project was. So we should be comfortable with this by now. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Awesome. Okay. So OCF's awesome. She gives us the OCF 173,600 per. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Per year. And then project will require new equipment costing 589 that would be depreciated on a straight line basis to zero over the 5-year life. Market value of 175. Okay, so I'm gonna build out a depreciation schedule. So beginning book value is 589. Straight line to zero over the 5-year life equals 589 divided by 5. I'm gonna make this negative though. Depreciation. And then ending book value is going to be the sum of these things. Awesome. Okay. I know depreciation is going to stay the same. Let me label this. Okay, these years. This is equal to the ending last time, and I'll copy this across. Okay, perfect. And it goes to zero, which means I know I'm doing it right. Okay, equipment will have a market value of 175. So let me label this market value of 175 at the end of the project. So let's find the tax due / refund. It's going to be equals book value minus market value times the tax rate, which is 21%. And then the after tax terminal value is going to be equal to the sum of the market value and the tax due. In this case, it's negative, so it's due. Okay. Awesome. So let me start building out a free cash flow schedule. So start with CapEx, OCFs, and net working capital. Okay. CapEx is going to be negative 589 in year 0. And then in year, sorry, that's year 1. Let me move all this really quick. 589, this is year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Okay, and then we're going to recover this after-tax terminal value at the end. I'm going to move this down because I don't like how cluttery it is. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so CapEx is done. OCFs are only in the years past year 0. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're finishing in 10 minutes, I think. we'll do our best. Okay, so OCFs are going to be equal to this number because she gives it to you. How nice. I'm going to lock that in, copy it across, paste it. Oh my gosh, hello. And then networking capital requires an initial investment of 4,500, and that's going to get recovered at the end of the project. I'm just going to make this equal to the negative sum of all the years before because that's what makes sense in my head. Okay, free cash flows are going to be the sum of everything above. Awesome. And my IRR is just going to be equals IRR and these values. Awesome. 17.46. It just asks the IRR, not if we should accept or reject. It doesn't give us a required rate of return, so that makes sense. But that should be our answer for this one. Okay, and then we'll do the last one. It's a longer one, 4-parter, so strap in, then we're done. And then I'll answer some other questions. I'll go till 6. Hopefully we finish this next question, and then I'll answer other questions till 6 or 6:05-ish, if that's okay. Question 11. Sweet. Okay, let's go back here. Okay. Oh, this is easy dubs. Okay. Right here. Okay, it's a 4-part question, but we basically did all 4 in the last question, so this should be easy. Okay. Company bought some land. Okay, so I'm gonna start making a schedule over here. CapEx. I'm gonna do land, PPE. Okay, so land doesn't depreciate. I know in year, well, let's see. Year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how many years it is. Okay. CapEx for the land is 235 because we're going to take the current value of the land, correct? Okay. Then it can be sold for 250 after taxes. Okay, PP&E, here's where we're going to use the makers. We've got 0.20, 0.32, 0.192, 0.1152, 0.1152, 0.576. Oh, sorry. It's only a 4-year project. Let me get rid of these. Okay, so here's my makers. Here's my beginning book value, my depreciation, my ending book value. So my beginning for the plant is 510. I'm gonna do, for my depreciation, I'm going to lock this cell in at 510. I'm gonna multiply it by the negative percent, so I get a negative number. Then this is going to be equal to the sum of the 2 above. Then my beginning book value in year 2 is going to be equal to my ending book value in year 1. Awesome. Okay. Let me clarify. And then we actually don't need these. So let me get rid of them. Sweet. Okay. After tax terminal value. So it says 5-year makers is used. At the end of the project, these fixed assets can be sold for $55,000 before tax. Awesome. Okay, tax due / refund. I have a feeling it's going to be a refund this time. It's because it is. Okay, book value minus market value times the tax rate, which is 22%. Awesome, it is a refund. And then my after tax terminal value is going to be the sum of market value and my tax due or refund. So there's the answer to number 1. And while we're here, I'm going to put in this right here, except I'm gonna make it negative. Okay, and this I'm also gonna make negative because chances are I'm just gonna copy this schedule right down into my free cash flows later. Okay, so after tax terminal value we found, so that's part one. Okay, part two is, let's screenshot this. Okay. It's got to do with net working capital, so let's paste this in. Okay, $100 per unit. Hold. Okay, there we go. Why does my computer do this? Okay, here we go. So in year one, let's calculate it like this. Units, sales, price. I have a feeling we're going to calculate sales and net working capital. Yep, net operating working capital is 20% of sales. Sweet. So units, I've got, let's see, year 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You've got units of 9,000, 9,000, 700, 7,000, sorry, 3,000. Okay, sales price is 100. Okay, sales is going to be equal to 100 times 9,000. 900,000, awesome. Okay. In year prior. Okay, so that means that, let's look. So let's read this really quick. Sorry, we only have 2 minutes. Chances are we're gonna have to hop back on, but it'll be quick. Okay. But we'll get through this one and then I'll end the meeting and we'll restart one more. Okay. Amount of cash released from the net operating working capital in the last year of the project. So the project requires net operating working capital equal to 20% of sales that must be accumulated in the year prior to sales to support inventory and credit sales to customers. So I don't need the 5, sorry. Okay, so that means that I'm gonna do 20% of next year's sales for my net operating working capital. So I'm gonna do 20% of my sales. Oh gosh, sorry guys, hold on. Let me lock this in. Okay, 20% of my sales in the year prior. Okay, net operating working capital balance. Here's my balance. Does this make sense to everyone? Her wording is a little bit weird. So the amount of cash released from net operating working capital is of the last year of the project is going to be the sum of everything prior. So $560,000. Does this make sense to everyone? Is everyone following? Okay. I'm gonna call it for there. And then I'm going to hop right back on the Zoom and we'll finish the last 2 parts and then we'll talk other questions about anything that I've done on the practice test or anything else. Okay. So I will see you guys in like 2 seconds when I restart the meeting.